Most Rinnai product can be installed by a single technician. The larger of their models may require 2 people to get it into place, but then it is easily installed by 1 person. It is pre-wired with a 3-prong grounded plug. Grounded is an important part. It is a very important part of the aspect of how this heater maintains its flame sensibility, and so a grounded outlet would have to be used. It takes approximately 2 to 4 hours to install this unit. It does have shrouding that will cover both sides and the back so that things cannot be dropped behind it, but also more importantly to actually anchor the heater to the wall for stability. It does come in the bottom of the base with a piece of plywood that can be used on rugs or on vinyl flooring. That is a requirement by the National Gas Code. It has programmability, and what that will do is we can actually program this heater to come on and off, or we can have it come on and off to a specific temperature. We also can have just freeze protection for people that are using this and maybe in seasonal properties where it can go as low as 38 degrees. It does have child lock capability, and what that means is if you are in a situation such as daycare or what have you, you can actually put the child lock on. They can play with the buttons all day long and they won't change anything. It does sense whether the flue pipe is blocked on the outside. Does this by a revolution counter. It will protect itself. If that flue pipe is blocked, it will actually shut the heater off. Most importantly, around families and pets, is this cabinet all stays cool to the touch. Warm air right here through the grillwork, but again, you can put your hand right on it. You wouldn't leave it there very long, but it is safe to the touch. One of the new design features of the new touchpad of the Rinnai product is they are all in a digital display with 2-degree increments. They also have a feature for landlords where we can actually limit the amount of temperature that these heaters will produce. At 72 is the max, and they can push the buttons all day long. The heater will only allow it to go to 72. Cost savings of operations, of course, in a apartment type complex. We do a lot of open houses and home shows, and here are some of the questions that are normally asked of us. One and most important is warranty. We have a 10-year warranty on our heat exchanger. We have 5 years on all of our parts, and we have 2 years of labor. If there is a power outage, we're always asked, will this heater return to power? It absolutely will. How big an area will they heat? Well, we have various sizes, and we can heat anywhere from 150 square feet to about 1,500 square feet. Again, depending on insulation quality will dictate just how large an area these will heat. We are very conservative, and we have found these to be very accurate. It has to be located on an outside wall. Are there some alternatives to that? Yes, they do have extension kits that will allow us to go to a side wall, up from a basement, up to a sill plate. But typically these heaters are designed out of the box to go right directly through the wall behind the heater. Service. How much service do these heaters require? One of the biggest things about these heaters is they do have a cleanable screen. Will actually give the consumer a indication on the touchpad that will tell it when this filter is dirty. It needs to be taken out, washed off, dried, and put back in. Once that is done, the heater will just continue to run. It will also code out on various malfunctions, such as a blocked flue pipe, a bad gas valve, out of fuel. And these codes will come up and are actually in the owner's manual. The consumer can obviously rectify some of those themselves. Once they can't, they will call for technical support and service, and that's where you would come in. As far as through a thickness of wall, we do have vents that come with the heater. Will go from a 4.5-inch wall thickness to a 9.5-inch wall thickness. Typical standard 2x6 and 2x4 construction. We do have ones that will go through will actually fit in a thinner wall, and we also have ones that will go up to 31.5-inch wall thicknesses. that will give us more utilization of this heater in commercial applications, things like that, where much thicker walls will be located. Let's talk about venting. The venting that comes with the heater is typically through a 4.5-inch wall thickness to a 9.5-inch wall thickness. Most standard homes, 2x4, 2x6 construction. We have a smaller flue pipe for a thinner wall, such as in a mobile home. We also have pipes that will go up through 31.5-inch wall thicknesses, such as a house that may be a brick exterior, commercial buildings, things like that. So we have a lot of versatility with the fluing system. We also have extension kits that will allow us to bring this vent up from behind the back of the heater up to, say, a sill plate in a basement, up over a knee wall in a split foyer style house, or maybe just having to get above snow load in the house, around the house. That is important. These flue pipes obviously need air to breathe, to get in. If they get blocked by snow, they're going to shut the heater off, and they're going to be nuisance calls. So snow load is a critical part of where these vents can go. Again, by National Gas Code, you have to be at least 12 inches off the ground, plus snow load in the area. These heaters are mobile home approved. Right out of the box, nothing has to be done or changed. They come with the UL and AGA manufacturer's labels for mobile home applications.